My name's Terrence. I'm a friend to the guys who are on Team Adventure Time, and I'd like to show you guys my deck profile for EvilSwarm. I've been topping at tournaments, so here's the deck profile. 3 heliotropes, standard vanilla. 3 caster, yet again standard. 3 Mandagora, standard. All for the XYZ summons. I run 3 Thunderbird just because I find that it's more EvilSwarm like banish material for Kirkion, and it's not bad because it protects itself when you need it. 3 Kirkion, yet again, standard because you need it to make the deck actually work well for a long period of time, and that's just the standard EvilSwarm stuff. I also run 2 Tour Guides because I find that it's an easy card to use because you use it to summon the Fortune Tune that's out to recycle itself, or use it with Leviair to bring back the Kirkion if you banish it to combo for more moves. The Rescue Rabbit, standard for the heliotropes, and then because of the new format I've been running triple Veiler because I've had more room, and it's good to open up first turn if you're facing something like Consellers or any other deck that needs to go off first. And that's the monster setup. And here's the spell setup. Triple Pandemics, standard, it's the lance of the deck, it's searchable. You need 3 nowadays because they get wasted pretty quickly if your opponent knows you're playing EvilSwarms and wants to get over it. Triple MST because I'm not able to run heavy because of the new ban list. And 1 Dark Hole because I find it's still a good card and you can combine it with the Pandemic to clear your opponent's side of the field. And now onto the traps.
You really have 5 Griffins?
2 Infections. Most people only run 1, but I find 2 is better because it lets you get the Kirkion more consistently and it's more searches, so it thins the deck out also. And if people are actually smart, they'll MST the first one because that's how the deck loses its consistency. 1 Compulse, good staple. 1 TT, use it with the Pandemic yet again to clear the field, good staple. 2 Deep Prism for protection on attacks, good staple. 2 Mirror Forces, protection yet again, good staple. Fiendish Chain, I only run 2 because I find 3 is a little too cloggy and it stops monster effects and attacks. Now let's move on to the extra deck. I've been running this Cataster just because there's times where you can use it with the Effect Veiler if your opponent doesn't have a deck where you need Effect Veiler 24/7. And you can summon it in one turn using the Mandragora or the Thunderbird. So it's alright. I've been testing it, I haven't really used it that much, but there's nothing really I can find right now that I want to put in for the extra deck. 1 Ouroboros just because he's a good monster. He has high attack. If you need to pop something back to hand, banish something like a Treeborn and Monarchs, or if you want to just leave your opponent at a hand disadvantage, it's a good card. 3 Ophion, the heart of the deck, gets you the searches for the infestation, and it stops decks that focus on synchro summoning. I'm not gonna lie, I rely on it a little bit in some duels where the opponent needs to special summon a lot, just because it leaves them at a disadvantage. And that's actually the only time I really protect it is when it leaves them at a big disadvantage. I run 2 Bahamut's because it's pretty good. You don't use it that often because it takes 3 EvilSwarms to really actually be useful. You really use it when you need to take control of somebody's monster or if you're in the mirror match. I've only really normally had to use 1. Actually, when I'm in a duel, if I actually have to use it for some reason, I always have to use 2 because people have an out to the first one. I run 1 Phantos just because it's good against random monster effects like Grand Mole. I run Cowboy for the burn damage when I need to get the burn damage in. I run 1 Master Key Beetle because I use it to protect the infection so I can keep it on the field longer if people actually start MSTing it. And if I'm facing something like Dragon Rulers, I have the Master Key Beetle to protect the Ophion so they have to waste the blaster on the Master Key Beetle first. 1 Maestro just because it's a good staple, protects itself when you need it to. Black Ship to get over those monsters that are just...
EvilSwarm is an autopilot deck.
Yet again, another person who hates EvilSwarms. Just a good card because it gets over those cards that you need to get over that are weak, that have annoying effects. I just started using this Pappy it's I haven't actually used it yet. I only put it in last week. But I feel like it's going to see more play once Ghost Tricks come out, because that's how you actually kill their monsters with this deck, really. Levier for the combo of Kirkion and Tour Guide, and then Fortune Tune to recycle the Tour Guides. And here's the side deck. 2 Flying Sea, good against any XYZ deck and against the mirror match. 2 Maxi, draw power for special summons like against Dragon Rulers or any deck that needs to special summon a lot. I know people have been saying Thunder Kings, like he's not worth running at 1 or side decking at 1, but it kind of conflicts with the way I play my deck with the Infestation if I mained it, the Infection, so he's still good. He kills spellbooks, and if I know they have a deck that's like, something that's like Lava's where I know they're going to have to synchro summon, I can always use this to negate it.
Same thing as
2 Lion Prison Mirrors against Constellars and any other random light deck. 2 Guns matches because it gets over E-Dragons, or it gives me a little more advantage, or if it's just some kind of deck that has more than 1 attribute.
Rex.
2 Mind Drain because it stops things like the Black Wings with Kalut, and it also stops hand traps if I was playing Monarchs.
Rex. Dragons up the butt.
Yet again, the guy who hates EvilSwarms. 1 Soul Drain because it's still good. It works against decks that rely on graveyard. Because also I just didn't want to run the macro because I need a little bit of my graveyard for the banish. And then 3 Curse of Darkness against spellbooks or
It
some kind of deck
automatically
that
it beats Fire Fist.
or Fire Fist or Monarchs. I know people are saying that's like you don't need 3, but I just had the room and
But you know,
looking
against
to the
Prophecy,
side deck.
you won.
And that's the entire deck.
Where's the BLS?
Stop! Don't you dare press that button. Let me say one thing.
Where's the
This
BLS?
It's freaking summon Ophion. That's it. The deck has
Actually, no. I've done
no. Stop.
I've
End the
done
video.
other
End the
moves.
video.